Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to spend some time with you, talking to you about you and your business. Got a lot to cover on today's program. It being Thursday, I love to have my good friend William Edumundson on, talking about business in the front lines, which is what Abby, his company, is involved in every day. Abby, ABBY.com. And William, as always, welcome to the program. Kind of give us your elevator speech, if you will, and then introduce your guest for us today.
Absolutely. Good morning, Kevin. Well, Abby is a Houston-based chain of executive suites, and we are in the business of providing turnkey office solutions for people, companies, branch offices, through our 24 locations, 17 of which are in Houston. And we really help people out by being flexible and offering packages that go, Kevin, everywhere from fully furnished offices with full secretarial, meeting rooms, copies, mail services, and everything, all the way down to virtual plans, and sometimes people who just need to use an office for an hour or host a meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's phenomenal. Abby, ABBY.com. Introduce your guest for us today.
Yeah, I'm real pleased to have one of the most positive people I think I've met in quite a while, a new client to Abby. Her name is Wendi Johnson-Turner of the Heart Initiative, and Wendy's been kind enough to join us today.
Hey, has she been on our program before?
No.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Welcome to the program, Wendi.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Good. Okay, we can tell by the sound of your voice. Wendi, real quickly, tell us your website so people can go to that. We'll offer that again at the end as well. What's your website?
Sure. My website is www.theheartinitiative.com.
Awesome. Go ahead with the first question there, William.
Yeah, absolutely. Wendi, you are in the business of really helping people out with the Heart Initiative. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do so the listeners can get a good idea of that?
Sure. Thank you so much for that opportunity. Firstly, you know what? It all began as I was an educator, and I realized that people had coined the term over the last 30 years as at-risk youth. And as I began to work with students, I realized it wasn't just students that were at risk, people were at risk. So at that point, I began to just continue to delve myself into personal development and helping people around the country understand what it is to really understand conflict resolution, diversity training, empathy and rapport training through deep self-reflective models. From there, my business, continued by being a professional speaker, being in front of people in that way. I then became a life coach and an anger resolution therapist, doing anything that I could, as well as a personal trainer, anything that I could to empower people, as I say, my definite purpose, which is to become their best selves while on earth, whatever that means for that moment.
Wow, that is quite a mindful.
It is.
I told you she's positive.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us exactly how your company operates. What exactly you do with people, and kind of give us a macro overview of it.
Oh, I'd love that. So what you think of, Kevin, is think of your life as its current belief system. What I do, in its current belief system, I should say, what I do is I help revamp that current belief system. I help people leverage their real gifts and talents faster than they do alone. And I do that by removing the crutch of what's holding people back by the act of empowerment and accountability. I also revamp unhealthy emotions that stand in their way by either instilling new belief systems and sharing coping tools. While doing that, you develop more enhanced communication skills, a better sense of purpose, and together we achieve that as a team.
Yeah, I like that. All right, go ahead there, William.
Yeah, it's great. And when I've talked to Wendi, she's always talking about how people can access their personal power. It's a really neat thing. Now, Wendi, you had kind of a neat story for us the other day. You were talking about how your office space, you were all set to be somewhere, and the whole thing fell through. Tell us about your experience and how you turned that into a positive situation.
I'd love to tell this story. So here I am in the air, literally thousands of feet up in the air on the way to Chicago to do a speaking engagement. And as I have my moving materials for a new office in the trunk, I get off the plane to read an email, notice not a call, an email telling me, hey, you no longer have this space and nice knowing you. Well, unbeknownst to me, that when I returned, I had clients coming in, and I was devastated. So then I came to Abby. Abby actually called me through a brokerage third-party firm, and Met with Sonia with ease. I showed up for my appointment, off the plane, no sleep, just tired and just determined at the same time. And when I told you, she showed me one office, I said, this wasn't what I was quite thinking. Sonia Madrano, amazing woman. She then said, you know what, let me show you somewhere else. And when she did, it was as if the universe opened up a gift to me. This office was not only clean and ready, but the staff has been completely accommodating. I love my space. The image is what I want my clients to receive. I could not be happier. I could not be happier. As a matter of fact, the picture has just been, as of last night, put on my website as to what my office looks like, and it's an Abby office.
Yeah, I see that over there at theheartinitiative.com on the homepage.
Right.
You can actually see her office. I'm saying you've got a lot of pride in your office when you put that type of thing in there, and it does emulate professionalism as well as warmth. You got to love that.
Yes. You also got to follow your heart. You can see that picture there, right?
That's right. Follow your heart. That's right. So I think that's awesome. How long have you been in those offices?
Oh, is that for me?
Yes.
Sorry, Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so
I don't care how long William's been there. I am interested in how long you've been there.
I was like, what, 10 years? Well, no. This has been my second week.
Wow.
Yes. I was able, due to the ease of doing business with Abby, I set my office up the day I signed the paper. The next morning, my office was completely finished.
So right next to the edge of that column where it says follow your heart are about 20 boxes, right?
Not at all.
None of us can see.
You know what, Kevin? I have nothing hidden. I wish I could lie and say I did, but I was determined to get it together.
Awesome.
I was. Much like that Price is Right music that you're playing at the beginning, we have to make sure the price of doing business stands well with us. So I'm ready to go.
There you go. William?
Yeah, it's funny because we always talk, Kevin, about how people can literally move right in, and this is one of those rare cases where it was almost, let me go to my car and get my stuff. That's how quick she moved in.
Yeah.
But we've been real excited to have her. Wendi, tell us a little bit about, you're in the business of helping people with their self-esteem, helping them with their image,
yes,
helping them out. How important is it to you to have a facility and to have, and even down to an office that you would post on your website?
You have to understand that because of the type of work I do and because of what goes into it, you have to have an environment that speaks to your energy. Mm-hmm. So that said, for me, setting this space up means that I had to then align myself with my energy so that I can give the right, energy, of course, to my people. So everything from the conference room, for instance, last Saturday, William, I don't know if you knew it, I had 15 single women in the conference room, as we had a group session. Well, that matters because I have to have a clean, nice, professional environment to conduct my business. So it's very important. It's vital that a person can walk in and say, this is where I want to talk. This is where I'm ready to resolve my life and get it on track. So it's vital.
Great stuff. Thanks so much for being with us. I enjoyed it so much.
Thank
In fact,
you.
Wendi, I'd like to put you on hold here at the end of the segment. I'd love to get your email and reach out with you and learn some more about what you're doing. Thanks so much for being with us. And again, you can learn more about her and her great practice there. Again, at the website, theheartinitiative.com. That's Wendi Johnson Turner. Of course, William Edumundson is with Abby.com, ABBY.com, Abby at Abby.com. William, real quick, the phone number.
Absolutely. It's toll-free, 888-785-8800. That's 888-785-8800. And please tell them you heard about us on The Price of Business.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to both of you. And again, Wendi, we're going to put you on hold. We want to chat with you for a second. I'm Kevin Price. You are listening to The Price of Business. Do want to remind you the best content here. It shows up over there at usdailyreview.com.